So welcome children once again, and today in this video children we are going to start with input in Java. Now children, I have already told you two ways to input value in a variable or value in a program. The first method was by initializing a variable. So first method which we have studied is by initialization of variable. That we already have done, like we have said x is equal to 10. Here we are storing or assigning a value to a variable, or we can say in other words that we are inputting a value 10 in variable x. That was one method. Then the second method which we have done to input data is through parameters. So input, we can say input through parameter. And children, this method is only possible through BlueJ. Like for example, when I was inputting these few values in a program in public void main, say I said intx, I told you integer and so this way also we were inputting value in a program, but this was only through BlueJava, and we'll see what this means exactly, how this value is getting stored. And children, now we also have two methods through which we can enter value, and the third method which we are going to study today is through the scanner class. So we have a scanner class, and in the scanner class we have some functions which helps us to input this value in the program. And then there is one more method, that is through input stream reader and buffered reader. Through input stream reader and buffered reader, and this is also a class. And children, in this class we have some functions through which we are able to enter value. So children, these two values, these two steps through which we have entered are not the steps to enter value in computer. The values in the computer can be entered only through scanner class, and it can be entered by the input stream reader and buffer reader class. But children, these classes are available to us in a package, that is a different package. This is a package called java.util.strix, and this is available to us in a package called java.io.strix. So these are the packages in which these classes are. So children, first of all we'll talk about what a package is. So in Java children, most of the functions are ready-made programs or user-defined programs. They are stored in classes, and these classes are stored in packages. So we have many inbuilt packages in Java, and packages you can also create, and the projects which you are preparing in your BlueJava is a package where you are storing different classes. So children, the question comes, what is a package? So we say a package is a collection of classes, and we can also say that a particular package is containing classes of the same type. So it is a collection of classes of the same type. Of the same type means which are having the programs which are of the same type, or which are doing the same type of task. So these are some packages, and children, we have some packages. If we will just discuss about those packages. So this scanner class is available to us in a package called java.util, and these buffer reader and input stream reader, these functions these classes are available to us in a package called java.io. And children, in this scanner class we have different functions through which we can enter value, and in input stream reader, buffer reader, we have some functions through which we can enter value. But in order to reach to that function, we have to first reach to the scanner class, and in order to reach the scanner class, we have to reach to its package. So I am saying that packages are containing classes. So this scanner class is present in a package called java.util. So in order to get to this class, we have to first access this package, that is java.util. We must reach to that package, and there are some other packages also, like we have a package called java.lang. and dot asterisk. Children, this is a very user friendly package, and almost all the ready-made functions which are available to us in Java are present here. Mostly they are also present here in other packages, but most of the packages which we use normally in our program like math.pow, sqrt and many other functions which are we use, they are present in this. And children, this is user friendly. We say it user friendly. The moment we write our class, this package automatically gets connected, and then we can use any class of this package, and in a class we can use function. So it is not the class we are using the functions, but to reach to that function we must reach to the class. So children, I am saying that a package is a group of class. It is a folder of classes of the same type. And children, there are 4 ways through which we have entered. We have learned this way of initializing value. When a value is given to us, we directly initialize it. As we have initialized this value x as 10, then we were inputting through parameters, and this is only possible through in BlueJava, where I have entered many values in my program through public void main, and whatever values I have to enter, I have entered it over here. And when I was running that BlueJava program, a method call screen was coming, and it was asking us to input the value of x, and whatever value we were entering at that time through the keyboard, that value was getting stored in x, and in the same way any variable where you want. But children, these 2 methods fails when the number of inputs are more in a program. Say for example, if we want to enter 100 numbers, then children, if in this method we would have to enter int x, int y, int z, in this way we will have to enter 100 variables, then 100 inputs are to be done. So that program becomes almost impossible to do when the number of inputs are so many. So in that case, we go and do the inputs in the Java program by scanner class function and by the input stream user. So children, I hope this part of the session is clear to you. Now we will be studying about scanner classes and all the functions through which we are entering value in the program. So children, first of all, I am telling you that in order to go through the scanner class, a scanner class is available to us in a package called java.util.asterisk. Asterisk is a common name. Here you can even see scanner written. In some program you might have seen java.util.scanner. Now children, in this scanner function, in this scanner package, we have got a class called scanner. So in java.util, we have this is a package. So we have a package called java.util.asterisk, and in that package we have a class called scanner. And children, I have told you that classes are virtual, they are not existing. So what we do, we make an object of this class, and through that object only we work. So I'll tell you how we are going to make object. And children, in this class we have got some functions in which we are going to enter. Say we have a function, first function is next. So the first function of scanner class is next, and it is used to input string, I can say word. Word means single thing, like Arthur, not a sentence, it is a single word. So next. Now children, these functions which are there, they are used to enter data from the keyboard. They will help us to enter data from the file. They will help us to enter data from any other input devices also. So in our program, we'll be entering data through the keyboard. So children, first function is next. Now the next function which we have in here is next line. Next line, and children, in next line, L is capital, there is no gap in between. So next and line, this is the name of the function. This is the ready-made function, as we have pow, sqrt and other functions, and this was used to input a string, and it can enter sentence. So it can be used to enter a complete sentence. So if you want to enter a single word, then you use next, and if you want to enter a complete sentence or a complete line, then you use next line. Then the third function which we use over here is next int. This function helps us to input an integer value. So this is going to input int data. So we have different data, int, double, float, all these data are there. So next int is going to help us to enter in data. Then we have, children, a function called next double. This function will help us to input double data. Okay, children, then I am writing it over here. Then we have the fifth function, that is next float. This function is going to input float data. So next function is next float. This data is going to enter as a float data. Then, children, we have all other functions like next short. This is going to enter. This is going to input short data type. Short data. Then, children, we have another data which is called as int. Next byte. This is going to enter us to input say byte data. So we have a data type called byte also. Then, children, we have another function called next. Then we put a bracket, and then we are connecting another function, that is char, char at 0. Now, children, this function is a combination of two functions. Next, which is this function, which is entering a string word, and char means this function is going to extract the first character of the string which you are entering through this. So this is helping us to input a character value. So to input char data. Char data is a single data. So this is used to enter a char data. So, children, to enter a string word we are using next. Then to input a string line we use next line. Then next int to enter an input data. Next double we enter a double data. Then we have next float to enter a input a float data type. Then next short to input a short data type. Next byte to input a byte data type. Then next char at 0 to input a input data type. So, children, all these functions are available to us to input different values through the keyboard, and this input is done at the time of execution of the program. So when you are going to execute a program, at that particular time these functions are going to perform their task of inputting a value. Now, children, will see, say I am just giving you a program where I will be entering all these values. So how it will be done in the program, then we will see how it will be done in program. So I am just rubbing this part of the program, and we'll see. So, children, since this scanner class is available to us in a different package, so that package is not accessible to us. So to connect that package to our class, we have to first import. We have to use this statement import. This is a keyword java .util.ls. So by writing this statement in the beginning, what we have done, now we have joined this package java.util in the class where I am entering. So here I am using my class, I am using my class inputs. So here I am going. So, children, in my class input I have attached a package called java.util. Now after writing this, I am able to access any class which is present in this package. Now, children, next is that I have to use this scanner class, but I cannot use classes. I have to make objects of classes. So what I am doing to make an object of a class, I am saying scanner, say B is equal to new scanner and system dot in. Now, children, this statement you have to memorize. You have to learn. This is the Scanner class I am talking about. This is the object which I have created here as B. You can create any other object. In the book it is written as keyboard. So you can write any variable, but I advise you to write a small variable. Don't use a big variable. New is a keyword in Java, or you can say even it is somewhere it is written as operator, but it is a keyword in Java which is used to create objects. So this is used to create object, and later we'll study that it is also used to create arrays. So new keyword is used to create objects and arrays. So here it is creating an object called B of class scanner. And children, this is scanner system.in is a reserved word, system is a class, and n is for input. And children, this is the constructor I am talking about. This is class and this is constructor. We are going to study this in detail in the later class, in the later part of the. Now children, what I am doing, I am starting my program, public void main, and children, in the book you might see public static void main. That can also be done. And if you are running a program in Blue Java, then you can write this, and this program is going to get executed. Now here I have not entered a value, because now I want to enter my value through these functions which are available to me. Now children, I am going to use. Now children, there is one more thing. This scanner B is equal to new scanner system.in. This statement you might see that in some books or some teachers even write this statement in the public void main or in the function. It can be written here also and it can be written here also. But if you write it just after the class, then the scope of this object is the whole class. And if you write this statement in this function, then the scope of this object will be only in that function. So if I want this B, object B, to be used in the whole class, then I have to write it here in the class scope. And if I want to use it only in a function, then I will switch this statement in the function, and then the scope of B will be in the function only. Now children, say I want to enter a name. So what I am going to do, first of all children, I am going to write a message, or say I am saying enter name. Now children, this statement is not doing anything in the program, but it is only displaying you a message like enter name. And now children, to enter a name, name is in string, so I say string n. String n is equal to, I use this object B dot next line. I am using a function called next line because my name can be of 2 or more than 2 words, like Arthur Das, like Vijay Vikram Singh Thakur. Okay, so I have used this. So this is the function to enter a string value of more than one word. So children, by entering this, I have entered. If I would have not written this statement, then also the string value would have got inputted, but we will not know what value we are going to enter. Now children, I am going to give you an example. Say if I want to enter a integer value, say I want to say enter age, and enter age, say example I am giving, and age I am saying int age is b dot next int. So this is the function I have used, next int, and this is going to enter a integer value. Say if I want to enter some double value, so say for example I say enter average, and I want to enter this average as of type double, so I will say b dot next double. And children, in these functions, double B is capital, integer I is capital, line L is capital, there is no gap in between. So children, to enter a string value, I use next line. To enter an integer value, I use next int. To enter a double value, I use next double. And children, in all these functions, I am using the object of scanner class, which I have created over here as B. So I have used this B over here also, here also, here also. If I would have taken this as x, then I would have written here as x dot next line, x dot next int. And children, if I want to enter a character value, say if I want to enter a character value, then I will use that combination of two functions which I have told you just now, and that is, say, I say enter male or female. Say I want to enter a character value, so I say character s is equal to d dot next dot caret. So children, these are now children, whatever rest of the task you want to do with the name, with age, with average, with this male female, you can do. You can do any processing part over here. You can print. You want to print the name, you will say system.out.println name, and you want to print the average, you will say system.out.println average avg. You want to print this age, you can print this age. So children, this is the way to enter, and when we are going to do few programs in it, so we are going to learn it much better. So to just understand this program using the scanner class, I am first just giving you a program which has already come in the board exam, and that is just write down this program. Write a program to find the average A of 100 numbers entered by the user. Write a program to find the average A of 100 numbers entered by the user. So children, the program is that you have to find A, which is sum of 100 numbers upon 100. So you have to enter any 100 numbers, and then you have to add these 100 numbers, and then you have to find their average, which is the name. Now children, in this program you cannot do by the parameterized input which we were doing. Like in previous programs, I was just inputting one number and I was asking you to enter a number. So you said public void main INTR, but here we have to enter 100 numbers. So this is not possible. So for this, we are going to this program through the scanner class. So I am writing import java dot util dot scripts. I hope this statement is clear. Through this statement, I am able to join this package with my class, and the class I am using here is average. Say average. Now I am creating a object of scanner. Scanner B is equal to new scanner system.in semicolon. Now children, I am going to continue my program, and programs we begin in a function, and I have told you that static can be written over here. And children, once I have written this, now I will see that I have to find out the sum. So I am saying double s is equal to 0.0. So I am going to, and I am also initializing declaring a variable a. So this will be for sum, and this is for a, which I am going to calculate. And even if you want, I can have another variable n over here. So these are the variables I will be using in my program. Now how many numbers are there, children, in this program? There are 100 numbers. So I am executing a loop for 100 times. So this loop will execute 100 times. And here, one by one, I am entering my number. Say enter number. Now children, I have entered a number, and number I have entered is in n b dot next double. I have taken the data type of the number as double, and this number I am adding in n. So what I am doing, I have entered my first number. When the value of I becomes 1, I have entered the first number. I have added this number to s. Then I go up. The loop executes the second time. I enter the second number here. I add that number. And children, for your sake, for the programmer who is running this process, if I write I plus, then children, the message will come like this: 1 because of I, and it will say enter number. And if I said print over here, then this number, any number which I am going to enter, will come over here. And if I write println, then this value will get entered in the next line. So children, I have just used this I as a prompt, as a message, and it will display like this. For the first number, it will say first 1 enter number, 2 enter number, 3 enter number. So you will come to know how many numbers you have entered. Now children, after adding all these numbers, when we come out of the loop, we have entered 100 numbers and we have found out the sum of these 100 numbers in S. Now we'll find out the A or the average, which is S upon 100. Since this is double, this is integer, the answer will come as double. And this is what the question is asking us to do. And I say average. And children, there is one more thing. You can end your program here. This program can be ended, but in some cases, although it is not required in Blue Java, but in some cases you will see that a statement like b dot close is written over. This is whatever we have opened in the as an object over, we are closing that object. So children, this statement, I am telling you that this, even if you don't write the statement, there will be no difference in programming if you are doing it through Blue Java. So children, here as I have entered, till now I was inputting my number here in public void main, but that was not possible in this program. So I have entered my number in a loop where I have to enter many number, and this I have done with a scanner class. This scanner class, since this scanner class is available to us in a package called java.util, so I have first imported this package. So our package is a collection of classes. I have told you in the board a question has come, what is a package? So that the question, the answer to that was a package is a collection of related classes, and it has asked you to give few examples. A few examples of packages are java.util, java.io.strix, java.lang, I have told you, java.net, java.awt. There are so many packages which are there. If you go and see the book, children, this chapter is chapter number 6 on page 116 in your book, and if you just go through it, the main part I have already told. Now children, we have done this part. In the next video we will be doing some programs with the scanner class. I hope this part of the program is clear to you all. Now thank you very much.